Hi all, my name is Haley Comet and welcome to my Cosmic Vanity of the Internet, where we discuss all things astrology. And today we are discussing 5 actor-actress birth charts and analyzing them in comparison to the roles that they play in the spooky television shows or movies that I have selected. It is spooky season. This is going live a couple days before Halloween. We are getting ready today for a Halloween event, so I thought what a great way to get into the spirit by diving into these particular roles and how the character roles are aligned with these actor-actress birth charts. Now, I know that when you are hired for a movie, you are playing a role, and that's what makes actors great. But I do believe that for you to play that role, there might need to be a little bit of your soul that resonates with their plights. And it's fascinating. I'm someone who's constantly looking at birth charts when I'm consuming any sort of media. And I've noticed so many themes between the characters' plights and plights that play out within actors' birth charts. So maybe that's what makes them so skilled at acting out that role. So let me know what you think about this phenomenon. I've selected 5 birth charts that we will be analyzing today while we get ready for this Halloween party. And if you wouldn't mind, if you enjoy the video, if you learn something new, if you enjoy me getting out of my typical filming spot, if you could just drop a like, comment something below, share if someone else would enjoy it. I really appreciate any sort of nudge you can give. This is outside of my normal content, so if you are new here, make sure to check out my astrology informational videos, things of that nature. But I just wanted to shake it up and get into the spirit. So without further ado, let's dive in with our first actor and begin to get ready. First up, we are discussing Penn Badgley from the television show You. He was also in Gossip Girl, and his chart, to me, definitely connects with both Joe from You and Dan Humphries from Gossip Girl. Get this. Are you sitting down? Are you ready for this? He is a Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Mercury, Scorpio Venus, and then Aquarius Mars. And the reason I am chuckling so much, if you haven't seen the show, essentially it is this guy who gets obsessed with women, and he's obsessed with love, and he even goes to, more drastic means to try to get their attention, i.e. stalking, even some more unsavory behavior. And I'm not saying that all, Scorpios are necessarily like that, but Scorpios certainly have a shrewd, secretive side, and they also, they get obsessed. They get obsessed, particularly with love. He also has his natal sun conjoining Pluto, and Plutonian types and Scorpionic types can get obsessed, which his character is, which is why I think he plays this sort of psychotic character so well. Not saying he's psychotic in real life, but with that much Scorpio within his chart, there is this self-destructive nature, there is this intensity around emotions, there is this secretive side that both Dan Humphries from Gossip Girl as well as Joe from You really carry. And within his birth chart, he has his Scorpio Venus squaring his Mars in Aquarius. Now, if you have Venus and Mars in aspect to one another, you are a very passionate person. If you have them in harsh aspect to one another, there can be a desire for things to be intense, whether it is, imbuing one's love relationships with constant fighting or even just banter or just liking that feeling of a chase or a conquest. So that Venus in Scorpio truly wants to become one. With the square to Mars in Aquarius, it's almost this energy around, I'm willing to fight for you. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get to you. And even if that level of challenge or conquest is over, then they could perhaps lose interest, which no comment if you haven't seen the television show, but come on. Yeah, and his sun Pluto is nearly exactly conjoined. So yeah, this is an intensity to your being. This definitely can be obsession, have sort of a powerful, mysterious aura about you. His birth chart is really something else. Next up, we'll be talking about Rosamund Pike, particularly her role in Gone Girl as Amy Dunn. Oh gosh, I love that movie. I love that movie. We got that iconic cool girl monologue. Oh, she was so good in that spot, in that part. There was also something else. I want to say it was called I Will Fix You. It was on Netflix, and that role as well. Whew, okay. So she's a very talented actress, obviously. Her birth chart is, she's an Aquarius sun, she's a Capricorn moon, Venus in Sagittarius conjoining Neptune in Sagittarius. Okay, so let me just highlight some similarities that I see between her chart and Amy Dunn in Gone Girl, which if you have not seen, please do. So one is that Saturn rules both her sun and her moon. So this is why she has this like really cool, calm demeanor. And that's why I highlighted the other role that she just played. Gosh, what was that movie called? What was that movie called? Like I Will Fix You or something like that. But in both, she has this really cool, calm demeanor about herself. And like with Aquarius sun, like sort of detached, sort of removed, like able to be the cool girl, right? Able to sort of be polished and reserved from the outside. And as a Capricorn moon, very, very calculating. Like there's not really this really raw energy within her birth chart. It's very refined and polished because she has so much strong Saturn energy that it's like even if there's a lot stewing underneath, you wouldn't be able to tell. All you pick up on is the Saturn. With her Venus in Sagittarius conjoining Neptune in Sagittarius, it's almost this energy of being a little bit more susceptible to believing the dream and also being in tune with being able to provide the dream. Like Venus Neptune individuals can be very, very seductive, very, very ethereal. They take you to some other place, but they also can be a little delusional when it comes to love relationships. If you haven't seen the movie, essentially Amy, the character within the film, essentially like felt like she had to be this cool girl. And if you haven't seen the cool girl monologue, gives me chills every time I listen to it or watch it. So within the movie, a big sort of trope that's playing out is that she felt like she had to project this dream to him, being the cool girl, being everything. And with Venus conjoining Neptune, they are a little bit more in touch with the dream, with playing a particular role for someone. And within the movie, she was saying like, this is not exactly who I was. Like I was someone who was, this literary, sophisticated individual, and here I am eating bonbons or whatever the heck. Cool girl is fun. Cool girl is hot. Cool girl eats hot dogs. As with Venus conjunct Neptune, they can also feel like they need to play this role in love relationships. They also can get duped in love relationships by other people who are playing a role with them or wanting them to believe the dream, which again, see the movie, but there was a decent amount of that as well. And just the amount of calculation that Amy Dunn had in that movie. Oh, that is the Capricorn moon. Plotting, cool veneer, but plotting under the surface. Her Aquarius sun conjoining Mars in Aquarius as well. So someone who is more direct, more forward, more prone for revenge. So my challenge with this is that this makeup needs to look normal enough because I have a chart reading and I'm filming Magic Monday, but fun enough that it can go to this Halloween event that I am working. I'm going to be the astrologer at this event, so I'm super excited. You'll see my costume at the end. Okay, next up is Samantha Robinson, who is most well known for her role in Love Witch. I think that's my biggest flex in life, is that I liked Love Witch before it was trending on TikTok. It's directed by Anna Biller, but there was a time when I lived with my best friend that we just had that movie on all the time. Like if you were to come over and hang out with us at any given point in time, we would have that movie playing because it's just so aesthetic. Samantha Robinson is killer in it. Even if you haven't seen the movie, I bet you've seen some of like the aesthetic and disregard. It's like, oh my God, this looks so crazy on camera, but you'll see what I'm doing. You've probably seen some of the images from it just because she was so iconic in that movie. Miss Samantha Robinson is a Libra sun, she's a Pisces moon, she's a Mercury and Mars in Scorpio, and a Venus in Virgo conjoining Jupiter. So Jupiter, of course, on Virgo will expand what it touches, so that's why she's so gosh darn beautiful. And there was an interview I either read or listened to, and I remember Anna Biller was looking for the perfect person, Anna Biller is the director of this movie, to play Elaine. And she was saying that like when Samantha came to the audition, there was something about her that was sort of reserved. Like it wasn't like in your face, like pick me, pick me, pick me. It was something about her being a little bit detached and a little bit like removed, like not in your face, just sort of like, I know what I bring to the situation, and that's that. Oh my God, how insane does this look? I swear we have a plan here. Oh my God, in the viewfinder, I'm literally freaking myself out. I'm so sorry, guys. But essentially, she was saying that she chose her because she had this energy of sort of like reserve. Like she wasn't in your face, like pick me. She had something about her that was very sort of self-contained, which was important for the role of Elaine. And I point this to her Venus in Virgo because there is this energy around I don't need you, I want you. I'm independent, I've got it on my own. And of course, it's conjoining Jupiter, which is why she's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. She's also a Libra, which of course would explain her beauty as well. So while this dries, I'm gonna do my eyebrows and stuff. I swear I won't look this crazy for much longer. But in the movie, Elaine is a witch who has been heartbroken and she really wants to fall in love. And she has this line around how we have to give men their ultimate fantasy. Like that's what, men want. It's the ultimate fantasy. And with a Pisces moon, there can be a certain degree of delusion. Like she definitely had this feeling that like falling in love was gonna, fix her life and like sort of give it meaning in a certain extent, and how you need to like play into being their ultimate fantasy. Like that is such Piscean energy. And she just has such like a ethereal beauty to her. It really takes you somewhere else. And it's funny, in that movie, they say, they're like, I should have known he was a Pisces. But even Samantha Robinson has her moon in Pisces. She is a Mercury and Mars in Scorpio. That's the other part of the movie, is that she sort of accidentally kills men when her love potions go awry, which is the energy of Scorpio. She also kind of does some shady stuff, like try to steal her friend Trisha's man, things of the nature. Not saying all Scorpios are sus, but they definitely have this magnetic allure around them, as well as this penchant for revenge, which plays out within Elaine's chart as well. And she has Mercury, Mars, which can make someone a very, very powerful communicator. And I mean, I'm just enchanted with her as an actress in general. I obviously loved her as Elaine, but she was also like Abigail Folger within Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and she has such a magnetic way of communicating. Okay, so I put my eyeliner on off camera. Thanks for bearing with me with my scary white lids. Now I have blue eyelids, but hear me out, okay? It's a work in progress. Our next actress is Megan Fox, and analyzing her in relation to her role in Jennifer's Body. So Miss Megan Fox is a Taurus sun and a Leo moon. If her birth time is to be believed, she is a Capricorn rising, and she has Mars right on the ascendant, as well as a Scorpio midheaven conjoining Pluto, which makes sense why she has been such a sex symbol. And why I really wanted to pull her chart in relation to her role in Jennifer's Body is because if you're not familiar with the film, essentially she unaliving boys, and with Venus conjoined, she has Venus conjunct Lilith. Now, if you're familiar with Lilith, Lilith is the wild, angry feminine, like the part of ourselves that is rebellious and wild. And with it conjoining Venus, it's almost this energy within her birth chart of like a Venus flytrap, like that she pulls you in with her charm and her beauty, and then it's like, right? I think plays out extraordinarily well within Jennifer's Body. Taurus sun, of course, is why she is so beautiful. And because she's a Taurus sun and a Leo moon, these are fixed energies, and she was born during a first quarter moon. And first quarter moon individuals tend to love taking risks. They tend to have an energy of like danger about them, which is why I think, she's played in Transformers, she's played in Jennifer's Body. There's this just dangerous vibe about her. And our final actor exploration will be Florence Pugh, and analyzing her role within Midsommar. I'm not a big scary movie person. As you can see, these movies aren't legitimately that spooky. They're just like spooky to me if they have, some sort of darker theme within that. But my dear friend Bridget texted our friend group and was like, guys, I don't care what you are doing, you need to go see this movie I just saw in theaters. It was her second time seeing it, and she was like, you guys have got to go see it. I didn't know a thing about it, not a thing. I just knew the title, and I knew that my bestie was recommending it. So we go to the theater, and I am thoroughly unwell. If you've seen the film, you understand, but it also messed me up in like the best possible. I mean, it's just a brilliant film, and Ari Aster really just pushes the envelope of what the kind of just like breathing life into sort of a tired genre of like horror and scary movies. Even though it's not my favorite genre, that was still a movie that stayed with me. I was just like, oh my gosh, like it's set in like daytime. Most, scary movies are set in nighttime, and it's like such a pure, wholesome scene that it's almost sinister, and then things do get very sinister. I'm not going to give anything away, but the leading lady of that film is Florence Pugh, who is a talented actress. She is a Capricorn sun, She's a Gemini moon. She is a Venus and Mercury in Aquarius, and she has her Mars in Capricorn conjoining Neptune. Now, a lot of these actresses that I've given have some Neptune aspects. So Neptune in astrology governs films, screens, cameras, things of the nature. So people have hard Neptune aspects, or like Neptune in the first or something like that. They tend to have a very almost otherworldly sense about themselves, or they're very photogenic, things of that nature. So with Florence's Mars conjoining Neptune, this is being able to like mold ourselves to whatever it is and to merge completely into it. She also has Mars conjunct Uranus, and I'm wondering if this is why she plays the breakdown scene in Midsommar so well. Just with Mars conjoining Uranus, there's like unusual bursts of anger or like lashing out in unusual ways. And I feel like that really, came through within Midsommar. Her moon in Gemini exactly trines her Venus in Aquarius. And her Gemini moon is why I feel like she's so thoughtful with her emotional responses in that film. Like her iconic frowny face. Like I just feel like there's so many micro expressions of the ways that she plays in roles that make her emotions like very convincing. Her, sun in Capricorn, as I was sort of alluding to Rosamund, Capricorn has a very calm, balanced veneer, but it's like throughout the course of that film, Midsommar, you sort of see her unravel, and she gets more into the Mars conjunct Uranus and Neptune, which is, lashing out, freaking out, all of those natures. But see it if you're not queasy. I would recommend maybe seeing it with a loved one or with a snack that makes you happy, something in nature, because it is a little unsettling, or a lot unsettling. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to leave with Midsommar and then put on this flower crown. If you've seen the film, essentially Florence, the actress I was referring to, throughout the film, she gets crowned as the May Queen and wears a very similar flower crown. So that was totally unintentional, but I am a butterfly for my event tonight. My makeup, hopefully, this is not a makeup channel. I just like get ready with me's just because they're sort of like calming. But I was sort of going for a blue look, like to be like a blue morpho, but I guess my wings have different colors, so I'm not sure if that vision came through. So I hope you enjoyed it. This is a couple of my favorite pieces of spooky or a little bit scary media. I'm honestly a wimp, which is why there's really nothing too scary. Midsommar is probably the scariest within this. Oh, it's actually raining outside, so I might need a jacket for my event. I am working a Halloween benefit tonight as an astrologer, and I don't know if they're gonna place me outside. It looks very stormy, so I might put on a leather jacket so I can continue to be a little astro butterfly. But let me know what you thought of this video. I just thought it'd be fun to chat through some of these pieces of media and how I felt like the actors' birth charts really resonated with it. So let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if I missed anything about these actors or actresses in the mess of doing my makeup. And thank you for bearing with me when things got really spooky for a moment there with my white eyelids. But have a happy holiday if you do celebrate, and I'm wishing you all the best. And until we meet again, drink lots of water and stay cosmic.